Welcome back to Snowy Owl Knits. Today I'm talking a little bit about the ball band on yarns and the different ways that yarns are put up. I'm hoping you're not getting too much of a glare on this. If I hold it like this, I think you might be able to see. On this ball band, of course, we've got the brand. It says it's a sock weight, 230 yards. It's got 50% superwash merino wool, 25% rayon made from bamboo, and 25% nylon. And there's a pattern included in this label. Some of the most important information that you're going to get on the ball band is found here in this area. This, you see, a number 1 is considered a superfine yarn. As you can see, it is very thin, very fine. The middle box has some little knitting needles in it, and that's what you as a knitter are looking for. It's going to give you a recommendation for the size of needle to use with this yarn to get the best results. Okay, so here in the box it says use a US 2. The other box is for crocheters, and it gives the crochet hook size. And on the very bottom edge it tells you that for every 4 inches you will get approximately 28 stitches, and for every 4 inches going up you will get approximately 36 rows. Now that's just a starting place for you. Your pattern may ask for you to get a certain gauge in knitting. They want you to get a certain number of stitches going across and a certain number of rows going up, and if you don't get that with size 2 needles, you might need to go up a size needle or down a size needle until you get the rough gauge. Okay, so that being said, let me point out to you this put up of yarn is called a skein, and it's a long skinny bunch of yarn held together by the yarn band. You may also find when you're out yarns put up in a center pole ball, much like these. And this is a worsted weight yarn. This is a very good yarn weight for a beginner because you're going to be using probably a size 7, 8, or 9 needle, which is very comfortable for somebody new. And this also feels very good to the touch. This is merino wool. You'll find it's very forgiving in your hand and just so lovely to work with. You will feel like a pro in no time. This, of course, is a very bulky yarn, and you might only get 2 or 3 stitches an inch on this, and you'll need to use maybe a size 11 needle. This does feel good though. It's a burnout blanket. That leads me to the last point I want to make today. This is another put up that you will commonly find when you're shopping for wool, and this is called the hank. The hank looks like a big twist, and I want to mention this to you because when you pull this apart, it's sort of like a twisted pretzel. You can see that it's really one big loop of yarn, and it's held together, depending on who makes it, from anywhere from 2 to 4, maybe even more places, with some of its own yarn. You can see the joins here. And before you try to knit with this needs to be put up into ball form like this, using a umbrella winder and yarn swift. In fact, this is the same exact yarn that I have wound into a ball. If you were to try to just knit from this big loop, even though when it came to you it was not tangled, it will tangle itself magically. You will be untangling yarn for weeks. So that being said, I will demonstrate another time how to use the winder. Your local yarn store and many vendors offer to put these hanks into ball form for you, so ask about that. There might be a small fee in some places, but normally it's a service that's offered. Please do that before you try to take this form home and work with it. You will be sorry that you did. And I'm glad to have you here today. If this was a useful video to you, please click the like button and feel free to subscribe if you already haven't. It was lovely to work with you today. I will see you again next time. Thank you.